Hello everyone. I know it's been a while since I've done one of these videos since we've been able to gather together in our church again for services and masses. Uh, I haven't forgotten about those of you who are still at home and unable or uncomfortable to coming to church yet, but hopefully we've now kind of gotten back on the swing of things and that we've caught up on our sacraments with a sacrament of First Communion and Confirmation and First Reconciliation in the last couple of weeks. So hopefully we'll have more time to reach out to you again through the website and through the emails. And hopefully you've been watching the masses online or on TV as well, and hopefully experiencing God's love and care for you continuing throughout this period. The reason I'm coming to you today is because each year the diocese, through the Society for the Propagation of the Faith, invites mission groups to come to the parishes in the summer to speak to us about the missions and remind us of our necessity to care for all of those in need and help support missionaries and their mission work throughout the world. And this year, back in March, before we were hit with the shutdown, that we did have a mission group assigned to us. They're called the Foundation for Children in Need, and they serve the needy in Southeast Asia, particularly children and elderly, but they also do their part to help them. And because of the COVID travel restrictions, we weren't able to invite a missionary as we normally would to speak to us about that mission and to take up a collection to support them, as well as supporting them with our prayers. So this year they sent us a little reflection to remind everyone of what they do and to ask for your support. So I thought that I would just read that to you, and so that you get to know a little bit more about our missionary group this year. The Foundation for Children in Need, or FCN, serves the poor and aged in the rural villages of southern India. FCN is a Catholic lay organization based in Arlington Heights, Illinois. Dr. Geeta Yeruva and Tom Chida are lay missionaries from India who established this foundation 17 years ago. They are a group of lay people and clergy who support the work of Tom and Dr. Geeta in the interior villages of southern India. Currently, FCN sponsors 2,500 children and 50 elderly individuals. They have been responsible for building several schools and boarding homes, a community health center, and also a home for the elderly. They provide free medical checkups and medicine to thousands of needy adults and children. In the past 5 years, with the help of a wonderful medical team, they have helped 800 children born with cleft lip or cleft palate receive life-changing surgeries, all of which are free of charge. The cost to FCN to help one child is $100. It is easy to see how the tireless efforts of the foundation flow into many areas of the communities in which they serve. This past year, over 5,000 students were delighted to receive their own dictionaries and notebooks. An equal number of underserved individuals were recipients of new clothing, and many village schools were gifted with the new school supplies and library books. Education is at the very heart of the Foundation's mission. Funding a child's education through the sponsorship program changes the trajectory of that child's life. Additionally, Dr. Geeta provides health education classes for teenage girls, and the Foundation provides training in tailoring and embroidery for 100 young women each year in its tailoring center. Upon completion of their training, each young woman in this program receives her own sewing machine to practice her trade. The cost to FCN is $100 to help one young woman learn this trade. FCN supports schools for the physically challenged, schools for the hearing and sight impaired, and also facilities for seniors who have no one to care for them. Your help today will mean a lot to the mission work of FCN. Most of the people living in these villages are unskilled agricultural day laborers. For one 8-hour day of hard work, they will make $5 or less. Very often they walk 3 or 5 miles to the neighboring towns to buy the groceries or to see a doctor. The children walk 2 or 3 miles to go to school. It, of course, is a very dry climate, and temperatures can reach 120 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer. Dr. Gita and Tom have been working in these interior villages for more than 35 years. Every year, except for this year, because of the pandemic and travel restrictions, they spend 6 months in the United States raising funds, and then 6 months in India reaching out to the poor and needy. The United States has been very kind and generous to the missionaries. It is because of your generosity and prayers that today the missions keep growing and going forward. Even in the small villages where Dr. Gita and Tom serve, people know that a lot of help comes from the United States. Thank you for your prayers and generous support. This year, we are taking up a collection for the FCN, Foundation for Children in Need. In the vestibule of church, there will be a pamphlet if you'd like to learn more about the missionaries and the mission and the foundation as well. They also have a website. It's www.fcn-usa.org. We'll have a link to that on the website as well if you'd like to learn more information. We also have envelopes that will also be in the vestibule of the church, marked with the missions that came from them. However, they don't have anyone's names listed on them, so if you do use them, please remember to put your name on it. You can drop off your collection, your support for the collection, your donation in the collection on weekend masses, or you can send it to the rectory or drop it off at the rectory. We'll be waiting for the next couple weeks for all that comes in before we forward that to them. You can also use your own plain envelope and just write missions and your name on there, and you'd receive support. So we thank you for your continued support of St. Aloysius Parish and all that you do to help us. But also we ask that you would support this mission group, the Foundation for Children in Need, generously as you're able to, and with your prayers, and also financially as well, if you're able to do that. Thank you.